All right, class, so we're going to take a look at the practice worksheet that we started in, hold on one second, that we started in math class today. It says, the number 1 says use a conversion factor to write the ratio 6 feet to 4 yards as a fraction in simplest form. If you got help on this and you know you did it right, then you can go ahead and skip to number 2. But for right now, let's take a look at this. They're asking us to do 6 feet to 4 yards. Hold on one second. Okay, so it's asking us to do 6 feet to 4 yards. We have to write it that way. 6 feet to 4 yards. Now I know that there are 3 feet equals 1 yard, and yes, you need to write this. So I'm going to multiply because I'm using a conversion factor. Times. Now we need to put the yard on top so that it will cross cancel. So I'm going to put the 1 yard on top and the 3 feet on the bottom. Now I can cross cancel the labels. And now all I need to do is multiply across. 6 times 1 is 6. 4 times 3 is 12. When I check my chart, I can see that 6 goes into both of them. And I get my answer of 1/2. All right, let's take a look at number 2. It says you spend 15 minutes watching television. You then spend 1 hour reading an email. Write the ratio of the amount of time spent watching television to the amount of time spent reading. So it's TV to reading. Now I have to make these the same. 15 minutes is a different conversion than 1 hour. Let me ask you, how many minutes are in an hour? Yeah, 60, so we can use that. How long did we spend watching television? 15 minutes. How many minutes did we spend reading email? 60. If I use my chart, I'll find that 5 is a number that goes into both of them. And I end up with 3 over 12. But I can go even further. What other number also goes into 3 and 12? Yeah, 3. And when I divide, what do I get? 1/4. And that is your answer for that one. All right, let's take a look at number 3. It says, an internet, telephone, and cable TV package plan costs $80. So that's the total. The internet part of the bill is $23. So I'm going to put internet equals 23. I'll just do I. The telephone part is $16. So now I'll do T equals 16. Write the ratio of the internet bill to the cable TV bill in 3 different ways. Well, wait a minute. I don't know what the cable is, so that's definitely a question mark. But I do know that if I added all of these up, my total would be what? What did they tell me my total was? They told me it was 80. So if I know that the internet is 23, the telephone is 16, and the cable, I don't know, but I know the total is 80, how can I come up with what the cable is? Sure, I have to add 23 plus 16 to find out how much that is. And I get 39. But what do I have to do with the 80 and the 39? If you said subtract, you're absolutely right. 80 minus 39 will give you 41. 41 is what the cable is. Now it's asking me to write the ratio of the internet bill to the cable TV bill in 3 different ways. How else can I write this? I could do 23 colon 41. I could do 23 and then the words to 41. All of that would work. Now let's take a look at number 4. All right, number 4 says, write the ratio of 42 inches to 9 feet as a fraction in simplest form. This is very similar to what you did in number 1. So first we're going to write it exactly the way they tell us. 42 inches on top, 9 feet on the bottom. But I have to use a conversion factor. How many inches are in a foot? There are 12 inches equals 1 foot. And yes, you have to write this. So I have to multiply by that conversion factor. Now, am I going to put the 12 inches on the top or on the bottom? I have to put it on the bottom so that the units can cross cancel. So on the top, I'm going to put 1 foot. And again, the units will cross cancel. Now I can simply multiply across. 42 times 1 is 42. Use your calculator. What's 9 times 12 is 108. Now, because we know that 42, 7 times 6 gives you 42. So you should always check those numbers to see if they would also go into 108. And they do. Actually, 6 goes into both of them. Use your calculator and get your answer. Once you use your calculator, you should have an answer. I'm not going to write it. You have to put down what you got on your calculator. Once you've done that, you're done with numbers 1 through 4, and this is the end of the tape. Remember, Mrs. Click said she's going to go over 5 and 6 tomorrow. You're not responsible for 5 and 6. Just stop with number 4, and you're all set.